There's a place on Earth that humans still have not fully reached. A world where the forest is so dense that in many places, sunlight dies out among the trees before it can ever touch the ground. A place where beneath every river, behind every tree, and within every shadow, something remains hidden that science has still not been able to fully understand. This is the Amazon rainforest, the largest, most dangerous, and perhaps the most mysterious jungle on Earth. Today, humans have reached the moon. Our scientists are trying to find life on Mars. But the surprising thing is that the same human race still has not been able to understand the millions of mysteries hidden within the Amazon rainforest. Because this jungle is not just a collection of trees, it is a living world on Earth that operates by its own rules. It is said that more than 3 million species of living creatures inhabit the Amazon forest. Creatures so venomous that a single touch can kill a human being. And others that local tribes still claim are capable of swallowing people alive. Flowing through the heart of this jungle is the Amazon River, the largest river in the world. Its fresh water is a lifeline for millions of people living around the Amazon. But what is truly surprising is that despite its immense size, no major bridge has ever been built across it. But why? Is there something hidden within the Amazon forest that humans do not want to disturb? Who are the indigenous tribes that live deep within the Amazon forest and never wish to come into contact with the outside world? Tribes that have even taken the lives of scientists who attempted to reach them. And are the secrets of an ancient civilization really buried deep within the Amazon? Mysteries that we may never uncover? We will explore these questions in this mysterious video. The Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest in the world, often called the lungs of the earth. Because it is not just a forest, but a vast breathing system that helps keep life on our planet alive. It is said that nearly 20% of the world's oxygen is connected in some way to the Amazon rainforest. In simple terms, 1 out of every 5 breaths taken on Earth carries the contribution of the Amazon. But the true power of the Amazon is not limited to producing oxygen. The nearly 400 billion trees within this forest absorb about 2.2 billion tons of carbon dioxide every year, the very same toxic gas that is constantly released by human factories, vehicles, and industries. Yet, understanding the Amazon through numbers alone is almost impossible. Its size is so enormous that if it were a separate country, it would rank as the 9th largest nation in the world. This forest is not confined within a single border. It stretches across 9 countries, including Brazil, Peru, Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, Guyana, Ecuador, Suriname, and French Guiana. Its total area covers nearly 6.7 million square kilometers, so vast that it could easily contain 2 Indias, 7 Pakistans, or more than 150 Dubais. And the most frightening thing about this forest is that its trees are not just numerous. They are so densely packed that in many places, sunlight dies out before it can reach the ground. That is why some parts of the Amazon feel like evening even in the middle of the day. But the question is, what keeps such a massive forest alive? What is its true backbone? The answer is the Amazon River. Stretching for nearly 6,400 kilometers, the Amazon River is not just a river. It is the heartbeat of this entire forest, the largest river in the world. A river that carries such an enormous volume of water that many of the world's great rivers combined still cannot match it. Every second, the Amazon River releases nearly 209,000 cubic meters of water into the Atlantic Ocean. This amount is so vast that when its fresh water enters the ocean, it turns the salty seawater fresh for nearly 150 to 160 kilometers. Just imagine a river so powerful that it can change the taste of the ocean itself. And the true scale of the Amazon River becomes even clearer when you learn that more than 1,100 rivers and tributaries flow into it. Among them, 17 rivers are each more than 1,500 kilometers long. But the most mysterious world of the Amazon is not found on land. It is hidden beneath the water. More than 3,000 species of aquatic creatures are found within this river. Some of these animals are considered so enormous that if they emerged from the water, they would look no smaller than a massive rock. Some experts believe that the world's largest snake, the Titanoboa, may still exist somewhere in the depths of the Amazon River, a creature so gigantic that it could crush and devour massive crocodiles as if they were ants. It is even said that the reason no bridge has ever been built across the Amazon River is because of giant creatures like Titanoboa. But the real reason bridges have never been built across the Amazon River is not the giant mysterious creatures hidden beneath its waters. The true reason is far more complex and far more frightening. In reality, the Amazon is not an ordinary river. It constantly changes its shape with every season. During normal conditions, the Amazon River is around 8 to 10 kilometers wide in many places. But as soon as heavy rains begin in the Amazon rainforest, or the snow of the Andes Mountains starts melting, the river's water level rises dramatically. And this is when the Amazon reveals its true form. In many areas, its width expands to nearly 40 to 50 kilometers. In other words, a river suddenly spreads as wide as an entire city. Thousands of trees remain submerged for months, and the whole forest begins to look like a floating world. This is the greatest challenge of the Amazon River. It has no permanent shoreline. You see, whenever a bridge is built, its pillars are anchored on stable ground. But in the Amazon, engineers struggle to determine where a bridge should begin and where it should end. During the rainy season, both the river's course and its size change dramatically. Even if a bridge is built at one location, that same area could become part of the river within just a few years. In addition, the Amazon River is not only wide, but also extremely deep. In some places, its depth reaches 100 to 150 meters. Just imagine how difficult and expensive it would be to construct massive pillars in such depths and against such powerful currents. But the biggest reason why no bridge has been built across the Amazon is not just an engineering challenge. The real concern lies beneath the ground on which this entire forest stands. The Amazon rainforest exists in a region of the earth where geological activity is constantly taking place. Small earthquakes are common in this area. And the most dangerous thing is that the soil here is extremely swampy and soft. This means that when an earthquake occurs, the ground itself begins to move. At times, the soil becomes so weak that heavy structures slowly start sinking. In other words, no matter how advanced earthquake-resistant technology engineers may use, the ground of the Amazon continues to challenge them. But even if a country were to spend billions of dollars and successfully build a bridge across the Amazon River, one important question would still remain. Would it really be the right thing to do? The Amazon remains mysterious even today because reaching it is not easy. The primary route into the depths of the forest is still through the Amazon River by boat. Human access remains limited. But the day large bridges and highways are built here, the balance of the Amazon will begin to break down. Trees will be cut down, new roads will be built, Industries will arrive, and gradually this forest too will become a victim of the same human greed that has affected so many other parts of the world. Just think about it. This forest is home to nearly 400 billion trees today. What would happen if it began to disappear? The home of millions of animals would be destroyed. Thousands of species could vanish forever, and the greatest impact would be felt across the entire planet. Because if the Amazon, the forest known as the lungs of the earth, begins to disappear, the pace of global warming will accelerate even further. On top of that, human activity would begin polluting the river, causing the greatest harm to the millions of people and indigenous tribes whose lives still depend entirely on the clean waters of the Amazon. This is why no bridge has ever been built across the Amazon River. Now, moving beyond science and engineering, let us explore the mysterious creatures of the Amazon. Beings that could bring catastrophe if they ever became common among humans. One of the deadliest animals found here is the poison dart frog. These brightly colored yellow frogs carry a special type of toxin in their skin, powerful enough to kill 10 human beings. Now, you have probably heard stories about vampires. But what if I told you that real vampires actually exist in the Amazon rainforest? These are the vampire bats. They feed on the blood of animals and even humans. It is said that they have the capacity to consume 30 to 40 liters of blood in a single day. And when they attack humans, they not only suck blood, but can also spread a virus known as rabies. Another dangerous creature found here is the Brazilian wandering spider, the most dangerous spider in the world. When it bites a person, its venom begins spreading through the victim's body. Gradually, the poison starts taking control of the nervous system, eventually causing the heart to stop beating and leading the person to death. One of the most mysterious animals of the Amazon rainforest is the Amazon River dolphin, known locally as the boto. The world knows it as the pink river dolphin. Unlike most dolphins, it does not live in the ocean, but in the fresh water of the Amazon River. And the strangest thing about it is its color, a light shade of pink. But as it grows older, its color becomes darker and deeper. In other words, the older the dolphin, the darker its pink color becomes. But its real mystery is not just its appearance. According to scientists, this dolphin possesses a highly developed brain compared to other dolphins. Some studies even suggest that its brain size is nearly 40% larger than that of humans. This is one of the reasons why it is considered one of the most intelligent river dolphins in the world. And its most frightening ability lies in its neck. While ordinary dolphins can barely turn their necks, the pink river dolphin can rotate its neck by nearly 180 degrees. This allows it to look behind itself without turning its entire body. During the rainy season, when large parts of the Amazon forest become flooded, these dolphins can be seen swimming among the trees. They are often found in places where even humans cannot reach by boat. Local people sometimes claim that strange sounds emerge from the waters deep within the forest at night, and soon afterward, someone mysteriously disappears. Because of this, a fascinating legend about this dolphin has existed among Amazonian tribes for generations. They believe that after nightfall, the dolphin transforms into a human being. It takes the form of a handsome man, enters villages, and whoever follows him is never seen again. You may say that this is nothing more than folklore, but think about it. The people who have lived in this forest for thousands of years, who have witnessed the dark nights of the Amazon, its rivers and its creatures more closely than anyone else, can everything they say simply be dismissed as imagination? Perhaps that is the greatest magic of the Amazon. Here, the line between science and mystery has become so blurred that it is often impossible to tell where reality ends and where the story begins. And when it comes to the most dangerous creatures of the Amazon, there is one name that changes the atmosphere of the entire jungle the moment it is mentioned: the green anaconda. It is considered the heaviest snake in the world. Its length can reach 8 to 9 meters, and its weight can exceed 250 kilograms, so heavy that it cannot move very quickly on land. But in water, it moves like a shadow, silent, motionless, and without any warning. An anaconda does not kill its prey by biting it. It wraps itself around it. Every time the prey exhales, the anaconda tightens its grip a little more, then a little more, then a little more, until there is no room left in the body to breathe. And the most terrifying part is that many times the prey does not even realize how close death has come. There have been cases in the Amazon where deer, wild boars, large crocodiles, and other massive animals have been found inside the stomachs of anacondas. Some local people even claim that there are still anacondas living deep within the Amazon that are far larger than anything recorded by scientists. But the Amazon is not limited to these animals alone. More than 40,000 plant species have been discovered here so far. There are over 1,300 species of birds, more than 430 species of mammals, thousands of reptiles, and perhaps the most astonishing fact of all, nearly 2.5 million kinds of insects. And the most mysterious thing about the Amazon is that scientists continue to discover new species here every year. In 2023 alone, more than 280 new species were recorded within the Amazon rainforest. That means roughly one new species every 30 hours. Just think about it. There is still a place on Earth where humans are encountering completely new forms of life every few days. And perhaps that is why many scientists believe that the Amazon has never been fully explored. Instead, this forest still sits quietly, keeping its greatest secrets hidden from humanity. But perhaps the greatest mystery of the Amazon is not its animals. Because if the creatures of this forest are so mysterious, then imagine how mysterious the people who live here must be. Even today, deep within the dense and almost untouched regions of the Amazon rainforest, there are tribes that have never seen the outside world. They know nothing about mobile phones, the internet, or modern cities. For them, this forest is the entire world. It is their home, their marketplace, their temple, and their entire civilization. According to the Brazilian government, there are still more than 100 indigenous tribes living within the Amazon that have no contact with the outside world. These people are known as uncontacted tribes. They live in parts of the forest so remote that humans have not even been able to properly map them. In many places, satellite images show nothing but an endless sea of trees, and somewhere beneath that canopy, these tribes spend their entire lives. Their way of life feels as if it belongs to an ancient world. They still hunt for food, cook animals over fire, and make their clothing and weapons from tree bark, leaves, and other natural materials. They have no electricity, no roads, no hospitals, and no modern technology. Yet despite all this, they have survived for thousands of years in the most dangerous jungle on Earth. And perhaps the most surprising thing is that they have no desire to connect with the outside world. On several occasions, when helicopters flew over their territories, these tribes attempted to drive them away using bows, arrows, and spears. Because to them, outsiders are not guests, they are a threat. This is why several governments have even banned public access to certain parts of the Amazon. But the most mysterious thing about these Amazon tribes is something else entirely: their knowledge. They possess an understanding of the forest that modern science still does not fully comprehend. They know which plants can cure specific diseases, which herbs can act as antidotes to particular poisons, where certain animals can be found during different seasons, which fruits are safe to eat, and which can kill a person within minutes. This knowledge has been passed down through generations for thousands of years. Many scientists believe that some of the greatest undiscovered medicinal secrets of the Amazon are still hidden within these indigenous tribes, because they have not merely observed this forest for thousands of years. They have lived with it, and perhaps that is the most frightening thought of all. Because the day these tribes disappear, Thousands of years of knowledge about the Amazon will disappear with them forever. Knowledge that humanity may never be able to recover again. But perhaps the most dangerous secret of the Amazon is still buried beneath its trees and rivers. Because for centuries, one story has remained connected to this jungle again and again. The story of a lost city that could have become the greatest discovery in human history. The early 20th century. A British explorer named Percy Fawcett ventured into parts of the Amazon where few, if any, Europeans had ever gone before. Percy Fawcett was no ordinary traveler. He was an officer in the British Army, a surveyor, and one of those rare people willing to risk their lives to explore the unknown corners of the world. He was mapping the Amazon, tracing river routes, and trying to understand the depths of the jungle. But during this time, he came across a set of old Portuguese documents that would change his life forever. These documents claimed that somewhere deep within the Amazon stood a vast ancient city, a city built of stone, wide roads, towering structures, a population of thousands, and a civilization filled with gold. Most people of that era dismissed the story as pure fantasy. The common belief was that the Amazon's land was too dense, too wet, and too unstable for any advanced civilization to have survived there. But Percy Fawcett was not willing to accept that idea. He was convinced that the Amazon was hiding a lost civilization within its depths, and he gave this mysterious city a name, the City of Z. But Fawcett was not relying on stories alone. He also had several clues that strengthened his belief. In many parts of the Amazon, scientists discovered a strange type of soil known today as terra preta, or black earth. This soil was not natural. It contained charcoal, bone fragments, and organic matter. And the most astonishing thing was that despite being thousands of years old, it remained incredibly fertile even today. This raises an important question. If there was never a large civilization in the Amazon, then who created this soil? Because terra preta could not have formed on its own. Someone had created it. Someone had farmed this land. Someone had built a life here. And it was this very question that drove Percy Fawcett to the edge of obsession. In 1925, Percy Fawcett entered the Amazon on one final expedition with his son Jack and his friend Raleigh Rimmel. He had only one goal, to find the city of Z. But after that, he never returned. Neither Percy nor his son nor his friend. The three men entered the Amazon jungle, and then it was as if the forest had swallowed them forever. After their disappearance, the entire world was shocked. Newspapers began printing headlines about the mystery. People started wondering what could have happened deep inside the Amazon. Were they killed by an indigenous tribe? Did they fall victim to hunger and disease in the jungle? Or had they truly discovered a place from which there was no return? But the most frightening part came afterward. One rescue expedition after another was sent into the Amazon to search for Fawcett. It is said that nearly 13 separate search parties entered the jungle, but many of those people never returned either. To this day, more than 100 lives have reportedly been lost in the search for Percy Fawcett. Gradually, the city of Z became more than just the story of a lost city. It became the greatest mystery of the Amazon. Even today, no one knows the truth about what happened to Percy Fawcett. Some believe he was killed by tribal people. Others think he became lost in the jungle. And some theories even claim that he really did discover an ancient civilization, but the Amazon never allowed him to come back out. But the most astonishing thing is that today, with the help of modern technology, satellites, and LiDAR scanning, traces of ancient structures and hidden settlements are being discovered within the Amazon. This suggests that Percy Fawcett may not have been completely wrong. Perhaps beneath the trees of the Amazon truly lie the remains of a lost world, a world that the jungle has kept buried within itself for thousands of years. So friends, what do you think about these mysteries of the Amazon rainforest? Do you believe there could really be a hidden civilization deep within these dense forests that does not want to come into contact with humanity? Or dangerous creatures that could bring catastrophe the moment they come into contact with the outside world? Let us know in the comments. Please support us by liking and sharing this video. And for more spine-chilling videos like this, be sure to subscribe to our channel and press the notification bell. Thank you.